Happy Thursday, boys and girls. It's Kimochi time. Let's start it off. Kimochis are our friends. Kimochis are our friends. They are here to play with us. Kimochis are our friends. They have feelings too. They have feelings too. Happy, sad, and angry, just like me and you. All right, boys and girls. Well, today we are going to read a story. And I want you to pay attention to the main character in the story and all the different things, emotions that he feels throughout the story. Let's just pay attention to that and see what we can find out. You ready? This is a book called Giraffes Can't Dance. It's written by Giles Andrade, and it is illustrated by Guy Parker Rees. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Oof. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald!" the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool! Oh, Gerald, you're so weird!" Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before. So sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing round. What is going on? He threw his arms out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Wow, is Gerald actually dancing? Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I am dancing! Yes, I'm dancing! I am dancing!" Gerald cried. Oh, I think he might be feeling proud right here. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him, quite entranced. Means they couldn't take their eyes off him. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen!" "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." And that was the end, boys and girls. So, who can tell me who the main character is in the story? What was his name? Yes, Gerald. And I don't know if you noticed, but Gerald started with a G, but it didn't make the G sound. It made the J sound. And also, were you being a good listener? It talked about the setting of the story, where the jungle dance takes place. What country did they say it takes place in? Africa! Yes, so Africa, where the forest, the jungle, is where this story takes place. How about all the moods, all the emotions that Gerald felt? So when he first started, he felt sad. He felt sad because everybody could dance, but he couldn't. And then the little cricket said, "Sometimes you just have to listen to your own music." And sure enough, once Gerald was able to do that, he was able to dance beautifully. And then all of his friends were able to see, and they didn't make fun of him anymore. They cheered him on, they were excited for him, and they told him that he was the best dancer ever. And then Gerald felt proud. So boys and girls, I love talking about stories and all the different emotions that we have in stories. And we talk so much about how feelings come and go, and this is a great example. Gerald thought he couldn't do something. He didn't give up. He just tried it a different way, and then he was able to do it. So keep encouraging your friends, your family, yourself, and that positive self-talk is really important. Have a great day, boys and girls, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, friends.